Howdy, y'all. This is James coming to you from the far-flung land of West Texas, and today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite RPG series by the name of Suikoden. It's a series that sadly hasn't seen much action within the past 15 or so years, and it's really a shame because it was a style of RPG that was really unique. One of the unique features about it that I really loved was the fact that, unlike standard RPG series at the time where they all had the active time battle mechanics, this one actually had three separate distinct fighting styles. Now I know in the 5 games that there were, they weren't, I don't believe they were common in all 3. The latter 3 games I only played once. I don't speak of the 4th one, that one's garbage. But I know, at least for the first 2, the way those worked is you had your standard active time battle, just like Breath of Fire, Final Fantasy, all that. Then you had an overworld battle where you would be controlling, it'd be your army against the opposing army. The way those worked was a standard rock paper scissors mechanic between either infantry, magic, archers, or cavalry. First one is really just you choosing which one you wanted to attack with to try and counter the opposite. The second one had more of a tactical overworld one where you can control your army's movements to try and outflank or surround your enemies. Then the third feature in there was a one-on-one duel battle, which was again a rock paper scissors mechanic where you would try and either outdo the opponent's move or to at least try and counter it to where what they do doesn't do any damage to you. Another unique feature onto this system was the fact that in each game you have to recruit an army, and that army is made up of it's called the 108 Stars of Destiny. Now, not all 108 characters that you recruit are playable. The way those unplayable characters work is each game you end up being in charge of an army that's out for whatever the specific goal of that game is. Like the first one, you're trying to conquer a corrupt empire. The second one, you're trying to reclaim your land back that got invaded. The third, fourth, fifth ones I don't remember. Fourth one's sailing. It's stupid. But the non-playable characters that you recruit will add on different features onto the base. The base, when you start off, it's always going to be ruins, so there's not much there, but the farther in the game you progress with more characters, will unlock more features. In the second one, you find a chef, and so then that unlocks all these cooking mini games. You can find some musicians, and they end up unlocking the whole soundtrack to the game you can listen to. They'll open up different wings and levels onto your bases that weren't there previously. That's a feature that I have yet to see in any other sort of RPG game. Another thing in there that was amazing that they did is they had the option to be able to carry over your data from one game to the other. Now the way that worked is if you get all 108 characters in the first game and you have it to where everyone's still alive, no one dies in battle, which would randomly happen at times, and you start the second game, you could import that data in, and it would unlock special features that wouldn't be in that game otherwise. For instance, one of the main things that you can do for that is, as a hidden character, is you can unlock the main hero of the very first game with the rune that he had with all the max spell abilities in there. So basically he's like a hidden super character. It unlocked a little things, like little tidbits in there, because in the first 3 games there are certain characters that will carry over in there because each game is all set in neighboring kingdoms. So if you ended up carrying over certain characters from the save data, there would be little Easter eggs and references in there from the previous games, there to kind of like link all this like little stories together. Sadly, this is an RPG series that was made by Konami, and as we all know, Konami, they really just kind of shit the bed on on any sort of good video game making lately. The series, it peaked at 2 in my opinion. The third one was still good, but that's when they started tweaking with the formula too much. The last game that came out in this series was for the Nintendo DS, which was Suikoden Tierkreis, I believe. I don't know how it's pronounced. And since then, it's just been there's been nothing else made for it. Suikoden 2, it's one of the PlayStation 1 games that's still considered really rare and valuable to have, especially if you have it complete. It's a series that now that it's out on the PlayStation Store, I highly recommend getting the first 2. Honestly, the first 3, because they make a trilogy between all the characters and storylines. After that, they become prequel games that really they're just unnecessary to play as. But if you love RPGs and if you love tactical stuff, as well as good stories, also really good villains, the second one has a villain in there that is you can't help but hate him. He's so vile that his vileness has made him become an endearing villain, despite the longevity he has in that game. So that's gonna be it for my, oh gosh, what's this called? Not check it out anymore. Crap. Thingy-majiggy. I can't remember what you called it anymore. So yeah, definitely check it out. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.